creatives, welcome once again to my tutorial. My name is Adeola, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a pillbox hat, and these are the materials I'm going to be using to create my pillbox hat. Actually, you don't require a whole lot, just your cardboard, or like we call this in this part of the world, Nigeria, we call it carry board. And you need your interfacing, and we call it wadding right here, the soft wadding. And I have my Aso Oke, and you can use any fabric like velvet, your lace, whatever fabric that you like can also create this pillbox hat. So because the Aso Oke is a little bit transparent and my interfacing is white, if you have the black interfacing, oh perfect. Depending on the color of the Aso Oke or the fabric that you're going to use, you might need a fabric to line the underpart. So for me, I'm going to be lining my Aso Oke with this black fabric right here, so you don't see the interfacing underneath. So let's just get right into the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have my piece of carry board right here, and I'll just show you the measurements. Now this depends on how big you want this to look or how high you want your cap to look. And this is 1.5 inches right here, 1.5 inches wide, and the total length of this carry board right here is 20 inches. So 20 inches by 1.5. So what I'm going to do now is to cut out my piece of wadding, which I'm going to be using to pad this. I'm going to use it to pad it, can you see? And on the edges right here, the wadding is not getting to the tip, meaning that I left about 1 inch right there, and then I cut it. So I measured 1 inch and I cut it off. Same for the other side. So what I'm going to do very briefly is to glue I'm gluing it down like so, and then I repeat the process until I get to the end. So I just apply some glue. If you notice that the width of my wadding is wider than the carry board, that's because I'm going to need to fold it in between. If you don't fold it in between and you leave the edges of your carry board the way it is, it's going to look really sharp and you might not like the outcome. So I'm going to glue this all the way down, and when I'm done gluing, I'm going to cover up the edges, meaning I'll fold in the edges of the wadding inward into the carry board. Okay, so this is what I have right here. So I'm going to fold this in on both sides. Now it's time for me to cover using my Aso Oke. But first of all, like I said, I was going to use this fabric underneath. So let me just cut out the fabric, because if I place this like this on top directly, the white interfacing is going to show. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my piece of fabric, which I'm going to be using to cover up. It means that I'm covering this base right here with 2 pieces of fabric, one underneath and the other one, which is the Aso Oke. So let me start like this. So I cover up. All the way down. Same for the other side, using my glue, and then I use the Aso Oke to cover lastly. So the next thing I'm going to do after I have created my frame, this is the side of my cap. Now it's time for me to cut out the upper part that will cover this part. So I just place it right like this and draw out the circle, which is this middle circle right here. And the next thing is I extended the circle by 1 inch. Okay, because we are not cutting the fabric exactly the size that we drew, so we need extra to be able to fold into the cap, which is this extra right here. So I'm going to cut this out, one piece, and also cut the same measurement for my fabric. So I have one piece of the fabric and one piece of Aso Oke. Alright, so this is what I have. I have one piece of wadding which I glued to the carry board right here, and I have one piece of fabric and then the Aso Oke. So first of all, I will glue this to the fabric, or glue the fabric to it, whichever one is fine. Just to ensure that it's staying properly. And then I glue the Aso Oke on it. But I'm not going to use my hot glue for this part. I'm going to use my FOC glue to glue this part, because the hot glue is going to show all over on top here, and we don't want that to happen. So now that we have the side and the top, it's time to put these two pieces together, and I'm going to use my FOC glue still to go about this process. So you apply some glue to the brush like so and rub it on the sides. Ensure that the FOC glue does not touch the top part. I mean this part right here. So I'm going to apply it all the way around, leave it to dry a little bit, and then we can put these two pieces together. Now it's time for me to couple. So this is how the top looks like. Can you see? So if you have any glue stain right here, all you need to do is just to use your permanent marker of the same color and then you color it out. Can you see that? So you just use your marker to cover up any stain, just like that, and you are good to go. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how I neatly cover up the inside and how to, or you can also call that to be how to line your fascinator base. So if you have a fascinator that is not looking too good on the inside like this one, in my next video I'm going to show you how to line a fascinator. So if you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and send a thumbs up, like this video, share, and don't forget to put on the subscription button to get fresh and spanking new tutorials. My name is Adiola. Bye for now.